As we say, ooh. As we say every single Monday morning, it is. So I hit my light here. A vibe. What is up, nerds? It's me, your buddy pal Hey Archer. Welcome back to Nerdy Coffee here on Nerd Affiliated. Man, I'm riding high. I last night was awesome. We'll talk about it. WrestleMania, if you're not sure what we're talking about. And I slept so good. I overslept today. I overslept by a lot. So is what it is. It was a good night. Hopefully you guys had a good weekend. You had a good week. And just good vibes to all. Good vibes to all. This is your weekly Monday morning nerdy talk show, coffee talk show, where we sit back, relax, enjoy a nice hot cup of brew, and we talk about the news. Oh man, so good. If you have a YouTube channel, podcast, blog, OnlyFans, newsletter, smoke signals, whatever it may be, put it in the chat. Support one another. Plug yo shits. And yeah, you guys are here. You're ready to go. I love it. Man, I don't know about you guys. Sometimes I have these day off moments. This happened to me yesterday, where my brain is like all over the place as far as like things I want to do, things I need to do, and I just can't like focus. I'm just like everywhere. And I feel like that happened to me yesterday. Yesterday that happened. Very scattered brained until like the end of the day. And then at that point I was like, shit, I need to like finish things because WrestleMania is going to start pretty soon. So yesterday was a mess mentally. Not in a bad way, just a mess. But we made it. We're here. WrestleMania was awesome. We'll talk about that. Talk about a couple other things. And I'll try to fly through because, as I've been saying lately, I have to leave on time today. So I may not spend as much time on each topic, but we got stuff to talk about. Geek Strong in the house. Good to see ya. That's right. First in line, get a front row seat. Book of Yukon Phil in the house. Patrick in the house. I'm in. If I don't work, will take me. If I don't, work will take me. Like if you don't chat, work will take you. I'm confused. LeBron Fett in the house. Aaron Waller in the house. Everybody saying hi to each other. Awesome. Well, if you guys have not done so, please leave a like on this video. And if you want to stay in contact with us, of course, Nerd Affiliated on Instagram. That's your one-stop shop to see everything that we talking about, posting about. Just be involved. Just realized I double posted here on the Ghostbusters video that Anthony did, but make sure you guys check out that video as well. And then, my personal is Hey Archer. So you have that. Where's my, I thought I had it ready. But if you're into the Ghostbusters kind of thing, you have the Real Nerdbusters here on Instagram. So make sure you give us a follow there and stay up to date with everything Ghostbuster related. LeBron said, the white bar moving in the background is blinking. The white bar moving. You mean the power cell on the on the proton pack? Is that too distracting? Sorry, I hit the mic there. Is that too distracting of a thing? Should I turn it off? I always thought that'd be like a cool like background thing, you know? But if it's too distracting, by all means, let me know. And I can turn it off. You said it is distracting. All right, I'll turn it off. How about this? I just won't turn it on for next time. Oh, you have ADHD. I feel that. But yeah, let's. Here, I'll make it smaller by going over to this other screen. And what a night. What a night. WrestleMania came and went. 2 nights of amazing matches. As my voice continues to break, as it does every Monday morning. And it was a fun ride. This was a wild ride. You know, I will have to give credit where credit is due. And, you know, this hurts. This hurts. I will give a shout out to The Rock. I will give a shout out to The Rock. JB of JB's Toy Trunk. Make sure you guys subscribe over there. He made a really, really good point where he was saying, you know, not for nothing, but The Rock kind of got him back into watching wrestling at the moment. And the whole thing is not The Rock's fault, so I don't want that to be the message that comes across. But the storylines that were going on, The Rock jumping into it, putting himself into it, enhanced the experience, I will say. And it bridged the gap between old school, new school, casual, hardcore. It did all that. So I'm not gonna go like match by match on everything. But what I will say, my highlight, my moment where my wife looked over at me and said, I know that face, and it's not something we're doing right now. But this cash-in, this Money in the Bank cash-in from Damian Priest, amazing. Amazing. If you guys don't know what Money in the Bank cash-ins are, there's a match called Money in the Bank. If you win, you can take this briefcase and challenge the champion, whichever champion you want, to wrestle for the belt. And traditionally, people cash in whenever the champion is like at their weakest. Like they probably just lost a match or won a match, but like were really beat up. But this one here, this was a top 5 cash-in moment. We talked about it. My cousin Lewis and I were like, Damian might cash tonight. He predicted it would be in this match. But I thought Seth would win this match and then Damian would cash it in. But no, not the case. Damian cashed in on oh God, I just forgot his name. What's his name? What's the big dude's name? I don't like him as a wrestler, so I don't Drew McIntyre. Cashed in on him. Phil says the cash-in was absolutely fantastic. Punk is an absolute menace. Yeah. That was a great usage of Punk on that one. And it's wild because we all were confused as to how does Punk fit into all this, especially when he came back. And then when he got injured, it was like, wait, what is happening? This is a mess. But they found a way. They found a way to pull it together, and so excited for this one. You guys know me. I'm a Judgment Day guy. Well, really, I'm a Dominic guy. But this was great. That was one of my top cash-ins all time. The Bayley match was pretty good. Did enjoy that one. So shout out to Bayley winning the championship. Even my wife was engaged watching this one. And you gotta love a good old elbow drop. I'll give one more nod before the main event. Where is it? You guys know what I'm looking for. This here. I love that. I love that the WWE / TKO, they know that influencers are essential to the to the growth of the industry. And the Logan Paul match, in true fashion, he comes out with somebody dressed up in a Prime bottle. The person's usually a celebrity. Last time, I believe it was KSI under there. But this time, it was Speed. iShow Speed was under there, and he received an RKO from Randy Orton. And man, that was so much fun. So much fun. And something that, I think it gets said, but it doesn't get said enough. Logan Paul's a good wrestler. And I understand that Logan Paul doesn't wrestle every single week, but when he does a match, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. And this one, I have to say, he held his own. He held his own on this one, fighting with two vets in there. Great back and forth. His frog splash is freaking mint. It is mint. And I feel like the Paul brothers are successfully doing the Mayweather effect. You watch every time they're on because you are hoping to God they lose. And you come back for more. You continue to come back for more. So it was a good match. Good match for sure. Geek Strong said, "I'm pissed I missed the Dudley Boys last night." Yeah, I that was one of the matches I took off where I was doing other things. So I'll go back and watch that. The highlights look fun to that one. He took the RKO like a champ. Show Speed will be fine. He's young and bones are filled with calcium. Yeah. Logan Paul is a very good wrestler. Yeah. Yeah, they're very athletic. Yeah. Did I update the shrine? I did not. But the main event was, in a way, a two-nighter main event, which has never happened before. And we had, on night one, we posted a lot. So night one was The Rock and Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. I think this went the way everybody expected it to. I feel like as things rolled out, it was all right, this is the setup that we need. We need The Rock and Roman to win. We need Cody and Seth to lose. Seth loses against Drew, or maybe if he wins against Drew, he drops to Drew, and then Cody wins the main event, like a dirty main event. So all of that kind of transpired, and the Rock, man, I have all the respect in the world. I have all the respect in the world to Sting. I tell you, Sting still, he just retired. I forgot to talk about that on an episode. I should have. Sting retired, what? How old is Sting? How old is the wrestler Sting? 65. Sting just retired at 65. And how old is The Rock? 51. Sting works, man. Seeing The Rock go out there and do his thing, it makes you appreciate people like Sting. Because you're all right, this is somebody who has been working this whole time, who stays in wrestling shape, not just lifting weights shape, but wrestling shape. And The Rock was, in my opinion, getting carried a little bit. Wasn't as athletic, wasn't running the ropes. He only ran the ropes, I think, to do the rock bottom. I could be wrong there, but it wasn't the worst. This wasn't like a Ric Flair type thing, so I don't want that idea to be to come across. But I thought the corporate Rock gimmick was great. Him cursing a storm in that match was great, and overall, this was a good match. This was a good match. But yeah, that main event, man. When that main event hit, that was something else. That was something else. Of course, we had interference, the Jimmy Uso interference, and then Jay stops him. And then, of course, Solo shows up, which, all expected. And then to combat Solo, John Cena shows up. Out of nowhere, John Cena shows up. General Kenobi, good to see you. And I got hyped. At this one. And even, once again, my wife sat down to pay attention. She had no intention of watching this. And as things were happening, even she started to watch. So John Cena shows up. He does his thing. And then he's got to be stopped, of course. And The Rock shows up. Proper music, Rock shows up. Night before, they did this modified bullshit. But The Rock shows up. Corporate Rock. I'm loving this gimmick. I'm all in. Because you know what? Once again, to me, a successful wrestling gimmick, top tier, right? Not just successful in general, but like a top tier wrestling gimmick is this reality or is it fake? And Corporate Rock, I truly don't think is a gimmick. He did interject himself into wanting to be in WrestleMania, wanting to be involved in the Roman Reigns match. Awesome. Absolute awesomeness. So he goes at Cena, he takes Cena out, and now you're like, he's going to take out Cody. But then the Shield music plays. And it's like, I legit was like, John Moxley's about to roll in this bitch. I was like, don't tell me John Moxley and Seth Rollins are going to walk down from the rafters and interfere in this match. But it turns out it was just Seth Rollins, and I'm pretty sure Roman takes him out pretty fast, if I remember at this point. Yeah, Roman comes in, boom, takes out Seth. But yeah, I really swore Dean Ambrose was going to roll in. That would have been fucking amazing. Absolutely amazing. So now you think, all right, we're going to go back to beating the crap out of Cody. And then... Oh my... Hang on. Gotta hit that music. Yep. Oh my... The Taker music hit. Now, straight up, my cousin and I were talking about this the entire time from the night before. If you heard the glass shatter, bro, this WrestleMania main event was a 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10. If that was Austin music that hit. And we one more time had The Rock and Stone Cold in the ring. Imagine if that was Stone Cold right there. Imagine. That would have been absolutely amazing. And then he would have just middle finger to the face, kicked him, hit him with the stunner. God damn, that would have been so good. That would have been so good. But once again, I will give a shout out. I'm going to shout out to two people here. I'm going to shout out to two people on this one. For one, I want to shout out The Rock, because The Rock, he did get himself a WrestleMania win, which to me, that was the only scenario. So I wouldn't fault him for that one, but he allowed himself to take an L on night 2. He allowed himself to go in the ring, act like he was going to clean house, and then take a bump from The Undertaker. So shout out to The Rock for that one. But also, I do want to, because Phil gave me the idea here. Phil says, I loved how Roman was more worried about getting revenge on Seth than finishing off Cody. That is a 10-year storyline. Brilliant. Shout out to Roman Reigns. And what up, Rambling Nerd? What up, EC? Roman Reigns. I don't know if it could be replicated. Like right now, you guys know I'm a Dom. I'm a Dominic Mysterio. Mark, love Dom. Dom probably gets the most heat of anybody who comes out there, but Roman Reigns was able to be champion for over 1,000-something days and have everybody show up in the Logan Paul fashion to watch him lose. And for people to have this like visceral hatred towards him when he would win. And he embraced it. He embraced it and ran with it. And you know what? We all said last year was the year where it made sense for him to lose to Cody. Cody comes back. Cody finishes the story. It's a wrap. Didn't happen. We got one more year build up. One more year build up. And just think about that. If this had happened last year and we didn't have The Rock there, didn't have an Undertaker appearance there, didn't have the Seth Rollins Shield thing in there, it would have been cool. But this is better. This is way better. So shout out to Roman Reigns. He was a great champ. There's a lot of he's top, 5 all time. I got to think about that one for a while. I got to think about that one for a while. Triple H said it last night where, people want to throw metrics around when they talk about the greatest of all time. I do think you need to factor that in. He didn't defend as many times as other people have. You have somebody like Seth Rollins who was out there defending his championship week after week, still showing up when he's injured to do promo. So Roman, I think, is a great. He is a top wrestler, but I don't know if he's a top 5 wrestler. I'd have to really think about it in my casual brain. But that was such a good show. Such a good show. Will I watch every week going forward? Probably not. I'll continue my casual ways of, listening to For Those Good Taste, watching on Instagram, hearing Ariel Helwani talk about stuff from time to time. I'll continue on that wave, and I'll jump back in at the next big one, which I believe is SummerSlam. Right? We did Mania, SummerSlam. Then you have the Rumble. What are the big 4? It's Mania, SummerSlam, the Rumble, and it's not Money in the Bank. What's the big one? What's the other big one? Somebody can let me know. Patrick says, clearly we're in an alternative universe as Steve is giving The Rock props. I know. I know. Patrick saying hi to Rambling Nerd. God, what's the other one? It's Rumble, SummerSlam, WrestleMania. It's not Money in the Bank. Anybody watching the replay right now is yelling at the screen. Let's see. What are the big 4 wrestling pay-per-views? People said Survivor Series is not. So WrestleMania, SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, also Survivor Series is on there. But people are debating if Survivor Series is that big anymore. Wow. That's been a conversation for a while. Yeah, I guess I don't hey, Mike Lee in the house, good to see you. Yeah, I guess I don't really tune in for all of Survivor Series if I was to weigh the 4. But yeah, great night. Absolutely great night of wrestling. Yeah, King of the Ring is a thing. It's just not one of the top 4 of like the big events, the ones that like they go all out. You know, if somebody's gonna drop a belt, that's a big deal. It's at one of the big 4. You know, but King of the Ring, I mean, the most iconic moment of King of the Ring might be when Stone Cold won and he did his Austin 316 promo. That was King of the Ring. So yeah. All right. I'm gonna cheat today, and I'm just gonna go to IGN and just comment on some of the topics I did want to discuss today, but like I said, I can't go the whole time today, so I'll have to rush through. First of all, NECA Haul-A-Thon has started, allegedly, and it's a shit show as always. One of the best toy companies with one of the worst, like, marketing / distribution issues ever. Like, I get so mad at NECA for that, for their Haul-A-Thon releases. Where was it? Here we go. Sorry, I'm real congested today. Daredevil Netflix show creator will direct new Matrix movie. They announced last week we're getting a Matrix 5. It is not with the Wachowskis or Wachowskis. I always forget. Man. This is that meme where it's like, he's dead, he's down, you can't kill him anymore, leave him alone. Like, that's the Matrix series right now. You went from a top movie all time to we're approaching joke territory. The amount of people who do not remember the fact that Matrix 4 even exists, I don't understand how we're getting a part 5 or why we're getting a part 5. It's over with. It's done. Move on. But let me know if you guys even saw The Matrix 4. Let me know. The other one I wanted to talk about, I thought it was an April Fool's joke, but I don't think it is. Is it even on here? It's not. We're getting a SH Figure Arts Jar Jar Binks. Allegedly. Is it Tamashi? Here we go. Let's see. Somebody shared it. Yeah. They're actually making this thing. I swore this was a April Fool's joke. But there's actually going to be an SH Figure Arts Jar Jar Binks figure for the 25th anniversary of the Phantom Menace. Man. Shout out to them. You know, this is what I talk about when it comes to the sequel trilogy. The prequels were absolutely hated. Don't let anybody tell you different. When the prequels came out, people hated the prequels. They hated Jar Jar Binks. They hated everything about it. They hated all of it. But now that those kids are older, the movie has, or that trilogy has like a resurgence going on. I swear to God, it's going to happen with the sequels. I'm telling you, the sequels are going to be held in high regard in like another 15 years. It's going to happen. But I was excited for this one. We're finally getting a Yu Yu Hakusho Yusuke Urameshi figure, and I'm pumped. Not the uniform I wanted a figure in, so I might hold out for his like proper green uniform, but I might still pick this one up. This one's pretty good. Yu Yu Hakusho, one of the best animes of all time. Not as far as a completed show. I think pretty much the Spirit Tournament, whatever. To me, that's where the show ends. I don't think it really continues past that. I mean, it does, but I don't count it. So let's head over to NECA real quick. Then we'll go to box office recap. Oh, there's one other thing I want to talk about too. Yeah. So Target says, and you guys are already bashing them. Complete shit show. Yeah. Why? I'm certain NECA is run by 5 guys holding the pickles. Yeah. I'm most excited for Nasili's Cowboys of Moo Mesa figures. Oh man. But yeah, this Haul-A-Thon thing is terrible. It's terrible every year. Every year. And I think what pisses me off the most about NECA Haul-A-Thon this year is there are actually some good figures there, but there's too many figures at one time. Way too many figures at one time. Oh yeah, the Biker Mice from Mars. I saw those. I didn't like the way they looked. I don't know. I might have to see them in person to pull the trigger on those. But between the Turtles and the Predator figures, there's so many I want. There's so many I want, but I'm not going to buy them all because that's like, what is it, 500 bones maybe for all of them? I'm trying to think who posted pictures. It wasn't ECU found it, right? Here's a good picture. So you got the Casey Jones Foot Soldier 2-pack. I wanted that Casey Jones so much when I saw it at Comic-Con. So I have to buy the 2-pack where I would have bought it as a single, but got to buy a 2-pack. That's $60. Then you got Bebop and Rocksteady, the original release, out of nowhere. Need those. I actually ordered them. NECA sent me the wrong thing. I ordered them on time. They did release like 2 years ago. I ordered them on time. They sold out right away. I opened the box. They sent me an extra shredder. And I was like, hey, I didn't get the Bebop Rocksteady. You guys sent me the wrong thing. They're like, oh, sorry, just send back shredder. We'll refund you. And I was like, but can I just get Bebop Rocksteady? And they were like, no. So that's another 60. That's 120 after tax. You're at 140 right there. Then at the bottom here, I don't know. Did you get a good picture of it? There's this Turtle 4-pack of like the Street Punk Ninja Turtles. What was that? 152? 160 for that 4-pack? And then I don't think you found it yet. You said you found a couple things. It's like $800 worth of product. Yeah. Aaron says, I saw the pizza series someone found for Ninja Turtles, which looked dope, but I didn't find them in the wild and they are fairly pricey. Yeah. Yeah. Resale on these. Somebody shared that too. Like there's a resale YouTuber who's like posting up like, oh, if you find these 4-packs, take it so you can flip it. It's ridiculous. There's individual turtles if you need those animated ones. I'm glad they're finally releasing that, but like again, that didn't have to be released now. God, who? The Man Collects find it? Maybe Havoc? No. Here, I'll just go to YouTube. So here. This is what I want.
Introducing.
I want the ultimate bear blood feral predator from Prey. So good. Whoever came up with this idea is a genius. An absolute genius. Cloaked predator figure, but doused in blood from that scene in the movie. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Oh, you did find it. Cool. And good to see you. I said your name, you showed up. But I need this. I need this. But if all of these releases, if this Casey Jones, the 4-pack, the Bebop Rocksteady, if these were all spaced out across the year, I'd buy them all. I'd buy every single one of them. But because they're not, and it's one time, one shot, maybe there's a restock. I can't buy all 4 or 5. I can't do it. So I'm going to save my money for Prey and Casey Jones at the moment. But the one that makes me nervous is Prey, because I think to this day, let's see, NECA, Prey. Yeah, to this day, he's not on the website, the original release. And that came out like what, a year ago, maybe? So I'm concerned that if I don't find this one on the first shot, I'm not going to get another chance. That's so good. So good. Look at this thing. Love it. Love it. Yeah. Yeah, good timing. LOL. I just joined and heard my name. Yeah, it's nice. I really wanted the 4 cartoon turtles, but same. It was too pricey with what I already had in my basket. Yeah. Hindsight's 2020. We can all always speculate, oh, you should do this, you should do that. For whatever reason, they make their decisions. And they go based on whatever research and whatever sales have been, I guess. I don't know. But on this one, it's like, that's too much at once. It is just too much at once. And yeah, I don't know. Because even, I was thinking about it. The last Ronin Turtles, when we first got the first figure, I was like, oh, why is this not on the website? Put it on the website. Put it on the website. And I feel like now that all of the last Ronin figures on the website, I feel like they're not moving. At least I don't hear anybody talking about them. Like, are you guys picking up all the last Ronin figures? I'm going to check Best Buy real quick, because Best Buy also has NECA figures. Look, get out of here. Let's see. Oh, okay, so it's on the Best Buy site. All right, cool. All right, so I don't feel so bad now. If I miss out on the Blood Feral, hopefully it ends up on Best Buy down the road. Millennium in the house, good to see you. EC says I have them all. All right, good. Somebody out there is collecting all of them. I think if I had the space, I would have them all too. Wow, they got everything. Wow. Yeah, Best Buy is really just scooping up everything at the moment. This is great. Let's see what's on this page here. Nice. I think they even have the RoboCop too. If you don't, this is this one here. Sorry, I just got to blow my nose. Sorry about that. This figure here, we unboxed it together, I believe, or I showed it off. This is a must. You guys, if you don't have this figure, if you're a RoboCop fan, if you're an 80s fan, you need this figure. And I know it's not signed. That was a one-timer on the website, but this is good. This is a really good figure. Except for the Haul-A-Thon pack, but technically you have them all. You mean the last Ronin figures? Yep. I have all the last Ronin except for the latest releases, Leo, Casey, etc. I do want that Casey Jones, actually. I need to get that figure still. Thanks for reminding me. Yeah. Yeah. Here, I'll put the link in the chat. You can click on it and buy it. All right. Let's wrap up at Box Office Mojo. Let's do a quick refresh here. Yeah, man. Something I did not see coming. Monkey Man. Shout out to Monkey Man. Falling into second place behind Godzilla vs. Kong. Godzilla vs. Kong is... Oh, okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. Godzilla vs. Kong is number one on the weekend once again. Monkey Man came in second place at 10.1 million. This is all domestic, by the way. And Ghostbusters fell to third place. Ghostbusters is holding out stronger than I thought. I believe when we last spoke, I thought Kung Fu Panda and Dune would have completely knocked out Ghostbusters by now. But it's holding on to third place, 9 million. First Omen opened up at 8.4 in fourth place. Kung Fu Panda fell to fifth at 7.9. I wonder what parents are taking their kids to see in the next coming weeks, now that the big ones have kind of come and gone. Like, are you taking a kid to see Kung Fu Panda again? Are you finally going to see Ghostbusters again? I do wonder about that. I do wonder about that. Heading to the sheet. All right. We do have Civil War this week, which I do want to see. I do want to see that. But Godzilla, officially profitable. Monkey Man. Oh, I don't have the number. What's the... Let's see. What was... I remember T3 said it. It was like some low number. Cost about 10 million. That's crazy. So... Yeah. So if Monkey Man, even with a drop off, if it performs decently this weekend, it'll become profitable right there. But Ghostbusters. I've talked about this week after week. And as I'm watching the content, the Ghostbusters content kind of start to dry up online, I still see people talking about Ghostbusters Frozen Empire as though there's a segment of the fan base that's going out and like sabotaging this movie. And I just want to like shake them and be like, that's not how this works. It's not how it works. I was thinking about Star Wars and like, think about the millions and millions of views videos get shitting on Star Wars every time a Star Wars movie comes out or a property comes out, like a TV show or whatever. Think about all of those videos, all of those views, and they still do crazy numbers. And that's because there is such a small segment. And I'm happy I do YouTube because now I get to see this firsthand. There's such a small segment of the world, of the country, that watches content like this on a regular basis. Such a small segment. The larger majority literally see a trailer on TV, on their phone. They see a poster and they're like, oh, is that of interest? Did I like the last one? I don't know. And then determine if they're going to go see it or not. But social media has been instrumental to the success of so many movies in the last 2-3 years. Again, Barbie, Oppenheimer, and even Dune. Even Dune. Like if I, on this list, total box office. Dune 1, 406 million. Dune 2, 660 million. 2021 versus 2024. I swear to you, I have not met another person outside this space that going into Dune 2 was like, man, I'm so excited for Dune 2. Not one person. But the combination of the social media influence, in a way, the stars of the movie, but also Dune 1 being such a good movie, you had all these people turn out to go see Dune 2 because Dune 1 was that good. I'm going to go see Dune 2. And then as they're seeing Dune 2, they're telling their friends, hey, you need to go see that movie. That movie was awesome. Dune, what is that about? They fight in space and there's sand. And there's like giant snakes or something. I guess I'll go see it. And that's what happens. So if the movie comes out and the movie's that good, there can be momentum, not just for a sequel, but momentum to get casuals to go see this movie the following weeks. But if the movie's not good, it doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what people say online. Nobody's going to see it. Nobody's going to care. Geek Strong said, my Ghostbusters Ghost Trap Popcorn Bucket video AMC vs. Regal is my highest viewed video on my channel. Over 15,000 views, 77 new subs, and made $110. Nice. I love being a Ghostbuster. There you go. There you go. Patrick says, I wanted the Ghostbuster bucket, but I couldn't spend the $30. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, people are still watching, but it's a hardcore fan base. It's a hardcore fan base. And the hardcore fan base, those of us that are in the Ghostbuster community, we're a small fan base. So yeah, we'll watch the content. We'll watch the movie multiple times. We'll buy the toys. We'll buy the books. We'll buy all the stuff. But if it's not good enough to cross over into mass appeal, it ain't going to grow. It ain't going to grow. And sad to say, it wasn't a good movie, and that's why it's not doing well. Let me do this here. So right now, it needs to hit 200, is estimated. Answer the Call needed to hit 288, and it missed. So right now, Frozen Empire should pass Answer the Call. Should pass. But if it doesn't, that's embarrassing. And I love Answer the Call. I have no shame in saying it. I love it. But we'll see. We'll see. It's definitely not going to make as much money as Answer the Call. Answer the Call, 229 million. Frozen Empire right now is at 138. So two sides of the same coin. It being profitable, but then also how much money did it draw? It's crazy. It's crazy. My buddy picked up all the Ghostbuster movie theater stuff for me in Colorado. I owe that man big. There you go. There you go. So we'll see. We'll see. I'll continue to say I liked the movie as a Ghostbuster movie. I want more Ghostbusters movies. I want the TV show, want the cartoon, want more of the comic books, all that fun stuff. But there's a difference between a good movie and a good Ghostbuster movie. To me, not the same thing. I know. I'm telling you, it's a hot take that I love Answer the Call. It is a hot take. I saw the director's cut first, and to my understanding, the main movie cut out a lot of stuff, so that might be why people don't like it. I think now that that style of comedy isn't that popular anymore, and I haven't been like overwhelmed with it, going back to watch a movie from that time period where that style of comedy was like dominant, I think going back to see that, I'm like, oh, okay, I see what you're going for here. Versus if I was in the time period and every movie had the same type of jokes, the same kind of comedy, the same everything, I could see that being like, God, this sucks. This is terrible. But now that we're out of that, going back to watch that movie for the first time, I'm like, oh, all right, I see what you're going for here. Again, the movie makes mistakes. I think that it trying to be a reboot, but with the real actors in it still, I think that was a mistake. So I can understand why people hate the idea of that movie, but I think it's a good movie. I think it's a good movie, but it's also a good Ghostbuster movie. My mom bought me an Ecto-1 popcorn bucket from the theater in Mexico. It's kind of awesome. Hey, put it on the channel. Do a short. Do a short with it. Geek Strong says, I'm guilty. I haven't seen Frozen Empire yet. Wow, interesting. And you've been to the theater so many times to pick up the popcorn bucket. Legacy said, that's the last time I saw that. I remember seeing Answer the Call, and there were so many kids there that were girls in the theater. Yeah, it had mass appeal. It had mass appeal. And I think this movie lacks that. And I think the franchise right now lacks that. And it needs something. Don't know what it is. Don't know what it is. But I want more. So I'm hoping that everybody goes to see that movie, especially you, Geek Strong. I'm disappointed in you. Go see the movie. And you also love Answer the Call. All right, there you go. There you go. All right, that's a wrap. That's a show. That's an episode. Thank you guys for being here, and thank you for watching. We talked about Tales of the Empire last week on Hey Archer Live, so I won't talk about it here. And hopefully I remember to talk about the Wrestling Ninja Turtle collaboration figures coming out. I think they look okay. There's like one that I'm interested in. The rest of them I'm like, is what it is. But yeah, we'll talk about that stuff on Thursday. And I don't think there's nothing major coming out this week. Star Trek Discovery's out. First episode was okay. Check that out if you're a Trekkie fan. Bad Batch this week. We got Bad Batch. Man, it is so good. I hope this week, I predict, I'm not going to spoil what happened last week, but I predict this week is a filler. And I hate that that's my prediction. I hope it's not a filler. But Bad Batch this season so far, the last 2 episodes are top tier Star Wars. Top tier Star Wars. Beginning of the season was good. What we had a couple weeks prior was just like whatever. But last week's double episode, then there was that double episode a couple weeks ago with the clones. That was amazing. So this week, yeah, Kenobi predicts filler as well. So good. Yeah. I hope we're wrong. I hope we're wrong and it's not just filler. But if they continue on what we saw last week, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Hey Archer Live every Thursday, 8:15-ish p.m. here on Nerd Affiliated. But every Monday morning, 9 a.m.-ish, we have Nerdy Coffee. 2 different shows, 2 different vibes. Either way, you're stuck with this guy. Congrats, Cody Rhodes, on finishing your story. On to the next chapter. The Rock. Tip my hat to you. You did great. You did great. I wish Austin was there, but that was still an amazing WrestleMania. 9 out of 10. 4.5 out of 5 for me. So let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens now. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the channel memberships for 99 cents a month. Nerdaffiliated.com for all your sweet, sweet merch. And we'll talk to all you nerds in the next video. Peace. We're out of here.